大家好，欢迎收听唱歌学中文。Hi everyone, welcome to Sing and Learn Chinese. Today's song that we're going over is Kuba by us. Kuba means cry, and actually the word ku means cry, and then ba is like a sound that is a little bit difficult to explain. We'll get more into it later. So let's just hop right into the lyrics and see what we have. Alright, first line. 这个世界没有太多奇迹. So 这个 means this. 世界 is the world. 没有 means does not have. So 没 means not, and then 有 means have. So doesn't have. 太多 means too many. 多 is many. 太 is too. So too many. 奇迹 is miracles. This world doesn't have too many miracles. 没有人记忆里没有阴影. 没有人. So remember we talked about 没有 earlier? Right there, doesn't have, 没有. So 没有人 means there is no person. There exists no person. Nobody, in other words. 记忆 is memory. 里 means inside or in, so in their memories. 没有, again, we've got don't have. 阴影 is shadows. So nobody is without shadows in their memories. In other words, like people, nobody doesn't have dark times in their past, in other words. All right? So then we have 想又不想让别人知道你破碎的心. So 想 means to think, or in this case to want. So 想又 means also. 不想 means not want. So don't want. 不 means not or don't. It's like a negator. So 想又不想 means kind of like you want to, but you also don't want to. So you're kind of ambivalent. You're torn. 想又不想. Hold on, let me make sure everybody's noted correctly. Okay, sorry. Let's get back to this. So, 想又不想让别人知道你破碎的心. 想 means to want. 又 means also. 不想 means don't want. So, 不 means not. So, 不想 not want. 想又不想 is kind of like, oh, you kind of want to, but you also kind of don't want to, so you're a little torn. And then 让 means to let or to allow. 别人 is other people. 人 means people, right? So 别 means other people. 知道 means to know. 你破碎的心, so your broken heart. 破碎 is something that's like shattered. Like when you take a bowl and you throw it on the floor and it falls into a million pieces. 破碎. And then 你 means you, and then 心 is heart. And the reason why there's a 的 in there, 破碎的心 means that 破碎 is describing 心. So the heart that is shattered, the heart that's broken. So you kind of want to, but you also don't want to let people know that you have a shattered heart, or about your shattered heart, the existence of this thing. Then we have, hold on. 但我想告诉你. So 但 means but. 我 is I. 想 we talked about means want. And then 告诉 means to tell. And then 你 is you. But I want to tell you next. And then we get to the chorus, which is 哭吧,哭吧,痛苦的事要说出来呀. So 哭吧 means that's the title of the song. 哭 is to cry. And it kind of looks like somebody crying, right? Like these two boxes are like eyes, and then this little dot is like a tear, and then the rest of this is a face. This character actually means that, but then when you have a little dot. Anyways, a little bit too much, but it does kind of look like a crying face. And then the word ba, it's kind of like not entirely a word on its own. It's a character, but it adds a feeling of you might as well. Like, oh, you might as well cry. You might as well just let it go, that kind of feeling. So that's what ba means, 哭吧. And so the translation's cry then. In that case, then you might as well cry. Cry then. So something like that. And then 痛苦的事. 痛苦 means painful. And then 事 means stuff or things. So 痛苦的事 is painful things. And then the reason why that 的 is there is because 的 combines 痛苦 with 事, which means painful things, the things that are painful. And then 要 means to want, but in this case, it's more like you need to, you have to, or it should be the case. 说 is to say. 出来 means to come out. And then 呀, this other character here, also is similar to ba in that it doesn't really like stand on its own, but it kind of says it gives a tone. It gives a kind of meaning, subtext perhaps, to the word, which is like you have to. Not you have to, but it's like you might as well do this thing. So yeah, Chinese has things like that. We've got ba, ya. When you hear these kinds of endings, it's kind of like the person saying, oh, you might as well, or you should, that kind of feeling. In English, we have things like, filler words, but they also add a little bit of a tone to it, I suppose. So, 哭吧哭吧，痛苦的事要说出来啊, which means like you might as well let it go. Go ahead and cry. Painful things have to be said. Then we have 哭吧哭吧 again. 你又不是唯一的人啊. So 哭吧 we talked about that. 你 means you. 又 means also. We saw that in an earlier line. And then 不是 means not. So remember 是 is like is MR was where is. And then 不 is not, negating. So not is. So isn't, in other words. Or you aren't. 唯一的唯一 means only, and then 人 means person. So 唯一的人, the connects 唯一 to 人, which means only person, only describing person. You're not the only person. And then we've got the a. So remember we were talking about ba, and then ya, and then a. So right there's ba, there's ya, and then there is a. And they all kind of do that sort of thing where they don't really stand on their own, but they add a little bit of a sigh. The feeling of a sigh to the word. Okay, S-I-G-H, by the way. Then we have 以泪洗面不用道歉. So 以泪洗面 is kind of like a set phrase, which means you're crying so hard that you're washing your face with your tears is basically what that means. 以泪, 泪 is tears, and then 洗 is to wash, 面 is surface. So often it means like your face, because your face is the surface of you, kind of, right? So 以泪洗面 is like you're weeping so copiously that your tears are washing your face. And then 不用道歉. 不用 means not need to. So there's no need to. 道歉 is to apologize. So it's like there's no need to apologize for crying, basically. And then we've got 哭吧哭吧. And then 有时候是唯一的办法. 有时候 means 有 means there is, right? And then 时候 means times. So sometimes, there are sometimes. 是 means is. 唯一 we talked about 唯一 only. 的 and then the connects 唯一 to 办法, which is method or way. It's the only way. Sometimes crying is the only way to, get over something, get through something, to express your disappointed emotions or whatever. And that's it. So there are a lot of repetitive words in this song, which was intentional, because the more you see words and phrases in different contexts, the more you can form those connections in your brain and understand what the words actually mean. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next video. Until we see you again, 再见.